C. Care in the heart for the community. A. Ask questions all the time. Asking for a friend? R. Run, run, run from Badlands, baby. N. No hate here. I is impossible to not love. V. Vexing, vitriolic vibes are vetoed today. A. All of us is one. L. Love. One love, baby.
1 in a million. Dancing at the roadblock, grooving to the bass, a dark muscled arm reaches across my face. There I saw a picture of a younger me with a long lost love. I look up and see it's he. We hug a happy reunion among the throbbing crowd. Can't speak with this volume, noisy sounds surround. My friend looks over with questions written on her face, but we're going nowhere, just dancing in this place. Soon we drift apart as the flow moves us on. The reunion was fleeting, the chances 1,000,000 to 1.
When I think about the most positive memories of our childhood and of our mum, Sue Catherine Lloyd-Evelyn, it is to remember music. We were marinated in a love of music, all kinds and all flavours. An old friend reminded me recently that Mum had seen Jimi Hendrix play in a small pub in North London before he'd made it big and before I was even born. And that was the kind of experience she would never have had if she'd stayed in the sleepy, quiet town of Cirencester, where she'd been born. My parents ran a small community project called Culture Mix for a few years, situated in Hammersmith, where we learned, amongst other things, to play steel pan, and my dad insisting out quite rightly that those teachers were just as skilled as any other classically trained musician. So we listened, played and danced to music. This was our love language, I suppose. Mum also inherited a love of the Notting Hill Carnival, and this came from having fallen in love with my dad, who was a Trinidadian, and his name was Leila Lloyd-Evelyn. Love a person and you'll likely fall in love with their culture. And certainly that was the case here. Dad had made sure to instill in all of us a sense of why Carnival mattered and how it was steeped in politics and expressed in a kind of rambunctious, explosive, creative, joyous energy. And Carnival was more like Christmas to him, as in it was holy. He held it in reverence, in highest regard. He'd get quite indignant about it, actually, and we'd have to walk on eggshells around him a little at that time of year. He got sensitive and angry, and I think maybe all the demons in his head and heart seemed to conspire and threaten to spill out onto everything. It was not always easy. Mum, though, rarely missed a single year of Carnival, even when my parents separated when I was 16 and even when my dad died at 21. And as we both grew older, I would often accompany her, where we would walk, dance and walk, just like everybody else around us did.
Sugarcane by Charlene. Waking up to vinyls which only see the light of day once a year, and the heat of the morning sun breaking through the curtains. The flowers are full bloom, only a few more weeks left of the summer holiday. Back to school, new year, new class. It was hard to think about that today. Now, as today, the soul of Calypso filled the air. Like a warm hug of pure joy, a smile creeps in from the left, then to the right. It's carnival time. Mom and Dad are dancing in the lounge in their pyjamas, greeted with beaming smiles. And in that moment, the pure joy we all shared, it could have carried you off to cloud 9. Encouraging the young Pitney to get up, stand up. Yeah, Bob Marley comes on. Everyone at that time thought they were the next Mary J. Blige, but we were never as good as the true Rastafarian icon. The tunes finished, and we all sat down at the fold-down table, eating budget cereal, always the same. Sainsbury's own brand cornflakes, which got soggy as the milk hit the bowl. So we try and eat our breakfast quickly. Play little games in our head called Beat the Soggy. Dad comes rushing in to show off the Bahama tree shirt. Obviously, for the occasion, smiles beaming from ear to ear. Then, if by magic the West Indian twang started to come out of nowhere, breakfast is finished and the bathroom becomes busy with dirty bodies which needed cleansing, leaving feeling fresh and clean, excitement building in the air, the stories in the head of their endless possibilities. Dad removes his pieces of silver or gold, then getting Mom to do the same. Necklace, rings, the anniversary bracelet. Dad went over the carnival rules and would randomly drop in a scary story, which happened back when carnival first started. But it's the 90s, and it was known it was safer on Children's Day. Dad would then scan the outfits, making the odd comment for Mum to catch them, with a simple reply, "It's carnival, babe." All it was a vest tuck cut up into a crop top, with coloured beads matched with a pair of shorts, topped off with some non-brand trainers. As a child, you didn't care what you looked like. It was about feeling the tunes, whistles, and sugarcane.
Carnival, Diana Brown. Carnival, Carnival. You started many moons ago. All Saints Road was your true home. Ska, reggae, red stripe and rum. 20 peeps all together, having fun. Time brings changes. Many moons have passed. Carnival, Carnival. Can I be sure it's the same one? Barricades on every street, graffiti artists lining the streets, spraying masses of colours with every heartbeat. The youth really like it, like me when I was young. Reminiscing of my past, the new generation has come. Let them enjoy themselves, let their journey begin. The journey of Carnival started so many moons ago. Let's keep it safe for our youth so they may live and grow. Millions of peeps line my streets. It's okay. I've had my sweets.
The air is full of expectancy and rum. A shaft of sunlight breaks through the early morning clouds, and the banks of steel pans are on fire in a blaze of chrome glory. Suddenly the air is filled with paint of all colours. Neon pink, yellow, black, green, red and white. Squeezy bottles, water guns, nobody kicks up a fight. We are all prepared in our paper overalls, old clothes, old shoes, bottles of rum. cover the hair. Made that mistake the first year. This is Juve, a hidden carnival. Two friends are dressed as pirates, yo ho ho, and a very bottle of rum and dashing too. I have my hair covered, and we're off. The orchestra breaks out and starts driving the route whilst we're all opening it and blessing it with our presence. There are devils covered in black oil smacking their chains on the ground as a protest against slavery. Everyone is gyrating and whining, and of course there are sound systems too. But it is really the pans that make Juve. The pans and the people. Everybody that is there is full of love for Carnival. The beginnings of Carnival. The secret beginnings of Carnival. I love it so much. The colours flying through the air, black of the devils, the colours of the people, the sound of the pans, the sound of the sound systems. It's like Carnival used to be 30, 40 years ago. Not too densely populated, a little secret, fun, early in the morning, and then by 10 a.m. I feel that I've done the full Carnival. Anything else on top is a bonus.
Steel drums are for Caribbean airports, holiday acts on resorts, not on the grey streets of London. I think not, came my retort. Some decades later, in 1989, I was London bound with relatives who led me to the Nottinghill Gate Station tube line, where the moment profound hit me. I almost fell to the ground with the sounds of the whole world on foot in this beautiful spot with houses aesthetically beautiful down Pembridge Road to Portobello. My eyes wider than an alien. The vision evoked emotions, surreal, that eclectic boho melting pot I discovered existed right here, to be seen every year. I took stock. Could this be my Woodstock, my Club 54? I heckled myself in remiss about the years I'd missed. This wonderment of humanity when united in bliss, they call the Notting Hill Carnival. In that moment, changed my life. I was London bound by that very Christmas to cement myself in a community, 1 year at a time, from selling hand-painted t-shirts to selling toilet usage, from marketing alcohol, photography, to dancing on roofs, balconies, with getting high on living for the end of the summer season. Good times we had and lost. Kelso and the important histories unlocked. And why identities over generations continues the heritage of uprisings honoured Carnival is not just a celebration, but activism born of mourning and loss. In spite of Notting Hill's persistent gentrified gloss.
1973 was the first sound systems, and the three 14-year-olds with their red stripe in our hands, dancing, following, then flowing to the samba bands, squished and squeezed. What a wonderful time we had.
Carnival, we vibe time to